Thanks for coming on, by the way. This is great.
Yeah, of course.
So you're born and raised in Michigan,
Yes,
in South Lyon, which is sort of a hockey town, right?
yeah. I mean, I think entire Metro Detroit really
Right.
grew up like right between Brighton and Novi. Ton of rinks around there and a ton of youth hockey and stuff.
Great for youth hockey, for probably the best in the state, right?
For sure, Metro Detroit as a whole is just really good.
And Red was on the show, and I think he moved from like Phoenix to Detroit to play junior hockey here, right?
Yeah, he came even before juniors to like play youth hockey in the area.
I use junior not in the league sense. I mean, on under 18
For
hockey,
sure.
right?
Yep.
And so, tell me, do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I do. I have 3 sisters.
Oh wow! And are they older or younger?
2 older and 1 younger.
And what do your parents do?
My dad sells windows for Wallside.
Okay.
And then my mom does risk management for public schools, kind of all around Metro Detroit.
For Setseg or somebody else? Or do you know?
I believe she used to be at Setseg, but I don't think she's with them anymore.
Different agency, different insurance company.
Mm-hmm.
Did either one of them play hockey?
My dad participated in hockey, but he never played at
like the 50 and older beer league or something like that.
Yeah, he's still playing. Yep, right in the beer league.
And so. What was it that got you in? I mean, were you sort of a young all-around athlete, or?
Yeah, no, I played a whole bunch of different sports growing up: soccer, baseball, basketball, basically whatever my parents signed me up for.
Did your sisters play?
My younger sister did gymnastics, and older sisters didn't do any sports.
Okay.
But my dad, he kind of got me skating at Novi Ice Arena in Novi, and then kind of just fell in love with it. Signed up for the Might team there, which the youngest age you can play
which would be hockey. Which would be what age?
I think I started playing that when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
And then just fell in love with it, and then we'd had to rotate playing goalie through the team, so no one was a designated goalie yet.
Yeah, that's the way I used to coach.
Yeah,
everybody got to play all the positions.
And then I'd always just raise my hand to be goalie, and I just kind of fell in love with it.
You always think the big guys would be the best goalies, right? Because and you have some size to you, but you're not gigantic, really. I mean, how tall are you?
I'm just under 6'2".
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, perfect height for everything.
just a couple inches under 6'2". And were you always sort of big like that?
Yeah, I was always decent size for my age. Nothing crazy.
And does it help?
I mean, definitely. I mean,
your size.
Yeah, it's definitely if you can be obviously you want to be as tall as you can, playing hockey and goalies, especially just because you cover more of the net. I mean, it's pretty simple, but I think there is kind of a fine line with it where you have to kind of balance your height and just your natural abilities with how you can physically move and be in the crease, and just how you think the game, being able to take up more space.
And you're volunteering to play goalie. Is that because you liked it, or because you were a leader, or because the other kids couldn't play it, or?
I really enjoyed it, and then I also liked not being able to have to go off the ice because you're out there the whole time.
You're out there the whole time.
Kind of selfishly just wanted to stay out there.
If they put you at forward or I don't know, a defensive position besides goalie, how would you do?
Playing college or
pro? Can you stick handle? Can you skate?
I can't skate. I can't skate like them. I'm too slow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be a D1 of hockey player at this stage in your career, right?
No, absolutely no chance.
Okay. And what was it like? I mean, I have an idea of what it's like. I mean, looking back at it, it's a pretty big commitment for your parents to get you signed up to play travel or club hockey at a young age, isn't it?
For sure. They just the sacrifice they've put in for everything. I mean, there'd be times where we'd be leaving on Thursdays and they'd be taking off work, going into Toronto for a tournament on the weekend. And then obviously hockey itself is just a very expensive sport. So even for young kids to get into hockey, it's hard because of how expensive it is. And then just the amount of time it takes. You have to get to the rink an hour early, practice is an hour long, and you have to drive there and back.
Where were you practicing mostly?
I was usually practicing in Farmington Hills or in Hazel Park,
Okay.
which is about 30 and then 45 minutes from my house.
Yeah, and you always played some kind of travel hockey up till college, or did you go to juniors or not?
Yeah, I actually played for same team Red played for. I played for the U.S. National Team Development Program in Plymouth, which is about a 15-minute drive from my house. So that was really the closest I ever played to home when I was playing juniors.
And tell me, up till you don't play like high school hockey, right? So you're not like walking around and they're announcing, our high school hockey team won,
Yeah,
right? You're not doing that.
no, Michigan. You usually for like juniors, like go on to the next level. You kind of play AAA, which is like the travel club hockey teams.
Okay, and tell me what the significance of juniors is, because it's a major part of, hockey at the amateur level, right? And at the sort of transition between high school and college.
Yeah, and even in the pro as well, being able to like play against, because really when you're playing travel or club, you're playing against like the best guys in your state, and I think junior really allows that to like open up more into the entire country. Like when I was playing in the USHL, you're also playing against guys that could be 3 to 4 years older than you playing in that league.
So tell me, when do you go to juniors?
I started when I was 16, I believe.
And how long can you play in juniors?
I could have still been playing until this last year.
So you can play till you're 22 or 21?
21, I think. I think you're allowed maybe like 3 21-year-olds per junior team.
Okay. And is it different if you're playing goalie than another spot?
It is pretty different. I mean, just because like most of the time they don't really like allow young goalies or give them like an opportunity to go into juniors that early, just because it takes more time to like develop and get comfortable with your body, and especially going through that stage of your life where you're still growing and figuring things out. But obviously with like the U.S. team, it's all like the same birth year, so you kind of like they have to have young goalies, young D, young forwards, so that gave me an opportunity to play and then get ready for college hockey.
So who do you play against on that team?
So the first year, it's like a 2-year commitment playing for USA. The first year you play against teams in the USHL almost the entire time.
Tell me what that is, USHL.
United States Junior Hockey League, basically. So it's teams kind of from all over the Midwest. It's like the Tier 1 juniors in America. Columbus
and Indianapolis and Cleveland.
Yeah, so it'd be like there's a team in Youngstown, Muskegon, Green Bay, and they go out to like Fargo and Lincoln and Omaha and stuff like that. And then
how do you get there? How do you get there?
Like to play those teams?
Yeah. Is it bus or fly?
Oh, you're hopping on the bus.
Take a bus out to Fargo?
Yeah. When I played, they were in the Western Conference, we were in the East, so we wouldn't travel out there. So it was right after kind of COVID. It is when I started playing juniors, so they were kind of like keeping the division separate still. But now, yeah, I think it's like a 20-hour drive from Plymouth where I played.
And how many games would you play if you drove out to Fargo?
You'd play
or Green Bay or
usually like if you went on a longer like road trip like that, you'd play like 2 on the weekend, maybe 3.
And would you stop and practice on the way, or was it just hop on the bus and stop at the gas station, 2 or 3 times?
No, usually you leave like the morning, the day before your game. You get there that night, maybe practice that night, stay in the hotel, and then have a game the next day. Yeah.
And so up till juniors, is it just kind of a racket? I mean, besides trying to get recruited and playing in a particular league, are you really winning anything other than some divisional championship?
You mean by like before juniors?
Like you're playing, before junior.
Yeah, like they have. There's like the state tournament, which would be just Michigan, and then they have like the national tournament where it's like there's a bunch of different regions. Like Michigan has its own region,
right?
And then there's like a southeast region which has a bunch of states in it, and they like get the champion or whatever, and then they go on to nationals.
And thousands of kids are playing in this, right?
Yeah, but like it's hard to like make like the national tournament.
Right,
It's only
right.
probably 16-ish teams.
And how many of those kids go on to Division I hockey?
It's hard to tell.
A lot of them.
Like so I played for Honey Baked, which is
Okay.
from Metro Detroit, and there's I think 5 or 6 of us that are still playing in college or pro now.
Okay.
So I mean,
And how many
it's
kids?
still hard to make it
How many kids on the team?
on Michigan State.
On the Honey Bake team or whatever.
Like there was probably 18.
18, so 5 made it.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
to 6.
yeah.
A little less than half.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And so tell me what that's like growing up, because is it 365 or is it a 9-month commitment, or you have summers off, or
It's honestly, I feel like when you're younger, it's almost more year round. Like
is it?
I remember like right after like our normal season, like fall season would end, there'd always be like summer hockey tournaments or like 3-on-3 tournaments, just always a bunch of stuff going on in the summers. And then for me now, like I play my season and then I take 2 months off the ice, just let my body heal, and then getting back in the gym and getting stronger.
How hard is it on your body when you're playing goalie?
It's pretty tough. Just the nature of the position. Your hips are going in directions that probably shouldn't be going in, and that's just kind of how it is. So, like for me, I'd have to do a really good job of just taking care of my body, like communicating with the trainers of stuff I need to get done, and just things I can do to kind of help prevent stuff from happening.
Do you get winded?
Sometimes, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Like when would you skating out to the spot, or
No, it's more. So this is like, I don't think people that know goalie like really think this, but like when you're killing like a 5-on-3 penalty and they're just like passing the puck around in front of you for 30, 45 seconds, like that, there's nothing harder than just kind of like following the puck around, even if they're not shooting.
because you're moving back and forth within that box or whatever.
For sure, in the crease. And you have to be ready at all times, because they could just turn and shoot it whenever. So you're just kind of like in that deep squat, just prepared, and you might not even see a shot or a chance against you, and you still have to be like ready to go and focused.
And at what point in your career did you think, hey, I could be, obviously if you're making the, what'd you call it, the U.S. national team?
Yep.
Out of Detroit, once you made it there, you probably knew you were, in
sure.
the 1%. But at some point, you start to realize, hey, I'm getting a lot of attention here, or I might be pretty good at this.
Yeah. I'd say like a year before making that team, or the year prior to that. So kind of like those 2 years leading up to that is like before I made the U.S. team. It's like your draft year after that season ends. So there'll be like junior teams like calling your agents or whatever, saying like, oh, like we'd set up a call or talk to your son or player or whatever, just to kind of communicate for the drafts. And then also colleges kind of start coming in that year. So you start getting some interest from schools around here.
And when did you stop playing any other position but goalie?
Probably when I was 11.
So you played 3 years of...
Probably 2. I think from 8 to 10 was like 50-50 playing
50-50
player and then goalie, and then after that it was full-time goalie.
Can you give me any highlights of your when you were up? Did you play forward or defense, or?
I don't know if I have many highlights from playing forward or D, but I probably have a lot of lowlights. I mean, like I just like honestly, I don't have any memories from playing forward or D.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of all goalie. Like even all the pictures in my house are of me playing goalie. We actually have one. We went on the ice for like a Plymouth Whalers game between like the second and the third period, and did like a shootout, and that's kind of right outside my room, so I see that quite often.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And did you win that game?
I have no idea.
What did you play any other sports then?
Yeah, I played basketball quite a bit until I was going into middle school.
So you would have played like a Catholic league or a public school league, or just pickup?
I think it was just public school, like from my elementary school. And then my mom actually played college basketball, so that's kind of how I got into that. She played for Drake, which is in Iowa. Yeah.
And then no time for basketball because you're doing the hockey thing, right?
Yeah, hockey pretty much 365.
And then how'd your U.S. Nationals team do?
Well, so my first year there, we were actually one of the worst teams ever put together. Yeah, and then that second,
why was that?
We were we had a lot of good players, and we still do. A lot of guys playing the NHL now.
What year would that have been?
22, 23.
Okay,
I think. But obviously, like I said earlier, we were just like the youngest kids playing in the entire juniors, and we would get beat up pretty bad. And then
who was your coach for that team?
Dan Muse, who's the coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's crazy. He's gone from coaching our team to NHL in just a few years, which is really cool to see.
So you're not a good team, but did you feel like, you had chemistry or you had something? For
sure. And then going into our second year, we were actually one of the best teams to ever play that U18 season, is what you call it. I think we still hold the record for the most wins against D1 college teams.
Oh, really?
Year. Yeah. We won.
Play Michigan State?
Yeah, we did.
And?
We won. We beat them. That was the year before I came here.
Here?
Yep.
At Munn?
At Munn, yeah.
And did you have like a playoffs, or did you win whatever, the league?
Yeah.
Or?
So like the entire goal of like the national team there is there's like the U18 World Championships.
Mm-hmm.
So like for your birth year, there'll be like teams there's like 10 teams in a tournament. It'd be like Sweden, Finland, Germany, Canada, Slovakia, a whole bunch of different teams. And then we actually won that tournament.
So you won. What would that have been? The Nationals or Worlds?
That would be like U18 World Championships, Worlds, yeah.
Yeah. Then you were the goalie.
Yeah.
What's it like when, sort of the fate of the team can rest on whether you have a good night or a bad night?
Yeah.
Almost every night, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of just how the position is. Like, you really have to just be ready to go. And then if you're not having a great night, you have to find a way to like be there for your team. It's obviously like you just can't like give up out there no matter what happens. If you're playing bad or things aren't going your way, like you have to stay focused and ready for the next shot, because that could be the difference in a game, and especially in like playoffs and tournaments and stuff like that.
Do you have anything to tell yourself that, carry that kind of burden? Yeah. I mean, it's easy to point the finger, well, our defense wasn't very good, or, well, they were better than us, or what, there's a million different things that you could lie to yourself about.
Yeah, I always just say one play at a time. And for me, like, regardless of what happens in front of me, like, I put so much time into training and getting ready to play games. Like, that's the reward, and I feel like I should be able to stop every shot I face. That's definitely not the case, and people are going to have good shots and make good plays against you, and some you're not going to have a chance on. But if you put in all the work, like, I feel I'm over prepared for those moments, and I'll always be ready to go and kind of just be there for the team.
How do you prepare besides conditioning? Do you watch tape, or do you obviously get in the crease and people shoot shots, but no two games are the same, no two shots are the same?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even just like making sure that I'm sharp going into a weekend, and then obviously watching film's a huge part of it. Knowing who the best guys are on the other team and kind of what they like to do and what they look for really helps me out. Just kind of having those tendencies down before the game even starts.
So that must have been a pretty good game when you were playing for the World Championship U18, right? Who were you playing against?
We were playing against Sweden, and we won 3-2 in overtime. We were down. Really? Yeah, we were actually losing 2-0 going into the third period, and then we scored with like 9 minutes left, and then about 2 minutes left to tie it up, and we won in overtime a couple minutes later.
Yeah, and you're in the goal, so you gotta hold your own, especially two nothing is not impossible, but 3-0 is probably
pushing it for sure. Yeah.
Right. And so, what's that like when you're in the goal and you obviously want to win? And I don't know whether you carry that burden of saying I shouldn't have let those 2 goals in, but what was it like being in that game?
Yeah, like you said, like you get to 3, like your back's pretty much against the wall there. Especially, we weren't playing phenomenal, but we were playing okay. We were getting some chances. We just couldn't find the back of the net yet.
Right.
And obviously, they scored a couple, but you just have to stay focused because, like you said, if that third one goes in, like the game's probably over and we're probably losing that game. So just little things, just like everything kind of adds up. Just like for those big moments in the game where you can make an impactful save and kind of change the whole momentum of it. Because that's really all it takes. And you go down the other end, you get one chance and it's in the back of the net, and it's 2-1, and kind of anything can happen.
And what happened after the game? Did you guys have a nice party in the locker room? I mean, you're all under 18, so you're not.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it was actually our tournament was in Switzerland that year.
Okay.
So I think we were all legal, I think. But yeah, we had all the parents came back to the hotel and had like a nice night. It was a good time.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And then and was it the same coach, Muse?
Yep.
So and then when does he leave to go to Pittsburgh?
So he left right after our 2 years were done. He went and was the assistant coach for the Rangers right after that. Was there for 2 years, and then this past year was in Pittsburgh.
So are you being recruited while you're in the juniors, or had you already committed to Michigan State?
I already committed to Michigan State before my my second year started. I actually played for our coach here my first year a little bit because I got called up to play with the older team my first year with USA.
Okay, so you played for Adam or a different coach?
No, I played for Adam for about a third of that season.
And what was that experience like? I assume getting called up is a good thing.
Yeah, so that's there's like the 2 teams like I mentioned. So for me, it was like I was in the 05 birth year, so it'd be the 05s and the 04s, and I got called up to play with the 04 team for their Worlds.
Oh, okay.
And then Adam was the coach for that. Obviously, definitely a lot of pressure too. Like being one of the younger guys on the team, you really have to earn your way there and really earn the respect from the other guys. The older guys that have already been there for a year. So.
And how did that team do? The 04 team.
We lost in the gold medal game of Worlds.
Oh,
that
okay.
Year. Yeah.
So you lost one game in the finals, and then you won the other one.
Yep.
Wow, that's quite a season, and so you get to know Adam, right? And when does he come here?
He came here right after I played for him, and that's when I
20,
committed here as well.
23, 22?
22, 23, I believe. Maybe 23, 24.
Yeah, because that was a bad season for Michigan State.
Yeah.
I think we had a pretty big losing streak going on under Danton Cole, right?
Yeah, I think things weren't going great. And then Adam came in, and then before he even coached the game, I committed to come to Michigan State just because I played for him, I knew him, and I believed in him and what he kind of brings to the table.
Who were you being recruited by?
It was a good amount of schools.
Michigan?
Yeah.
Anybody else that we would know? Wisconsin? Ohio State?
I'm assuming. I kind of had my list pretty narrow. My final 3 was would have been Boston College, here, or Michigan.
Okay.
And then obviously just knowing Adam, it made sense to come here.
What was it about Adam that you felt so comfortable making that commitment?
Just kind of his demeanor as a coach. You can really tell how much he cares and how he wants his players to play at their best and play free and not worry about pressure from their coach.
How do you communicate that, though? Can you give me an example of what it is about Adam because he seems like a pretty laid-back guy and pretty, normal. He doesn't have the intensity like Mark D'Antonio might have or somebody else.
For sure. I think just even coming in between periods, the best thing he would do, he would never like scream at us like in between periods. He would like come in there, and if we weren't playing great, like he would let us know. He'd be like, look, like we got to play better, but like we're doing good things still. We just got to keep playing how we know how to play. And especially like in our practices, in our workouts, like we work incredibly hard just so that we're prepared for moments in games where it's not going good, to kind of find it and get back on the right track. And he does a great job of like just reminding us of that and just calming everyone down in front of him. And then even while like the game's going on, like I haven't been on the bench too much when I played here, but he kind of just stands there and watches and lets the guys do their thing, which I think really kind of takes some pressure off everyone's back.
And I mean, was he the same way when you got here?
Yeah, same exact way. Nothing changed, but it was really good. Just kind of just familiarity with like the system and kind of how he would run things.
What was that like in your first season? I mean, I don't know if you knew how sort of down and out Michigan State hockey was, but it was maybe at a low point, and a lot to turn around, and it seemed like almost right away there was a significant impact when he came here.
Yeah, no, because Adam came the year before I was here, so and I think they almost made like the national tournament there. I think they were just like a spot or two
Right.
on the outside, which obviously from the years prior was like a really good season. And then obviously I wanted to come in and just kind of keep building on that. And then truly that first year, like I didn't really know how good we would be. And we ended up being a 1 seed in the national tournament again, which was great. And then we were for all my 3 years here.
But you had you won the league, right?
Yeah, we won the regular season 3 times and then won the tournament 2 times.
Okay.
Mm.
And a lot had to do with you, right?
And I don't like taking all the credit. I mean,
you were a significant part of that team, right?
yeah, no, I just always do everything I could to help the guys in front of me.
Right. And what was it like your first year when you were playing for Michigan State on the ice as opposed to the U.S. Nationals team?
Yeah, I think just college as a whole is just kind of like it's the next step from playing juniors. Everyone's bigger, faster, stronger. The first month of the season wasn't great by any means, but you kind of start getting into the rhythm and get used to kind of just the pressure of the game from that point. And then I felt comfortable the entire year. And then obviously we had some great leaders, Nash Nienhaus, John Moore, who was our third string goalie. I still am in contact with him today and stuff. And just you get so close with like all my teams that like you're basically a brotherhood, and you just kind of you ride or die together. You go battle it out. One thing that like Adam always stresses to us is just how much we're given with our facilities and support from the entire community. Like we have to earn that every day, and then just go out there and do everything we can to truly show how much we appreciate it. And like there's no reason that Michigan State hockey shouldn't be one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the country every single year. And I'm just happy to have been a part of that and kind of getting this place back up to a standard.
So, a lot of people really don't understand what it's like, the college life of a student athlete and how much of a commitment it is. But what would be your typical day at Michigan State? Would you have classes in the morning or the afternoon?
So we have 2 different schedules for this semesters. So first semester we start a little bit later. So some guys would have class at 8 a.m. and I usually had an 8 a.m. class, and then get to the rink around 9, have practice at 10, workout at 12 to 1. Yeah.
Every day you're working out.
Yeah. Monday.
And what would that include?
So we did Mondays and Tuesdays were like our heavier lifts of the week, just because they're kind of farther away from the games on the weekend. Wednesday would be more of like a stretch, just kind of recover day. Thursday we would work out before practice, just quick, like hit some speed stuff, get ready to go for the game on Friday.
And so then you work out 12 to 1, and then what?
Go to class from 3 to however long it takes. Usually, like I'd say most guys would have 2 classes, so it'd be from like 3 to 4:20, 5 to 6 maybe, and then you get home, got to have dinner and get your homework done.
Study hall?
Yeah.
Or no?
So it'd be your freshman year. You got study hall, which would be 8 hours a week, I want to say.
So from basically 8 until 6, you're committed.
Yeah.
And what about like meals? Are they always at the the Mon Ice Arena?
We'd have breakfast and lunch at the rink every day, which is super helpful. Just being able to go there and grab some food before you go into the ice or into the weight room, and then we'd have dinner on our own when we were up here during the week.
And where are you living?
I live right downtown, but for this year, but the 2 years before that, we're all in 1855,
Which is not quite right across the street, but about a block away, right?
Yep, right across, right next to the Breslin Center.
Right.
So you just kind of walk right past Breslin, and you're right at Mon.
And what are you studying?
I did finance.
Yeah, so not an easy major, right?
Yep, not easy
A lot
at
of
all.
math, a lot of math, a lot of calculator stuff.
Yep.
Right? So you got to be on top of it, and you have to take a certain amount of accounting classes and marketing and management, right?
Mm-hmm.
General business law.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah. So not something you can just,
No, you actually you have
Fake
to. Yeah, you have to be focused and know what you're doing, or you're gonna get a slap on the wrist for
what
sure.
do you do when you travel, and you got to be gone?
All the professors I had were really great with kind of working around that schedule. We'd get travels letters early in the semester, and I'd always make sure I go talk to them and kind of figure it out, let them know if I was going to miss any big exams or quizzes or due dates or whatever. And if I was, they'd always be supportive and kind of help find a way around, whether that was doing something earlier or doing it once I got back.
So when you came here to Michigan State, was NIL in place?
I don't think so. And there wasn't really much my first 2 years, I want to say.
Okay, and what about the portal? The portal was in place,
The portal was in place, yep.
so you could have transferred if you wanted, and some people did transfer in.
Yep.
You had some good players come in. I
sure.
can't remember the player from Mass was
Reed Lebster.
Lebster, yeah.
Yeah. Red came in as well with
Red
him, yeah.
came in, yeah. So you had some good players that were brought into the portal. I assume some left.
Yep.
And then the NIL money came in. Was that helpful to you, or did you what was that experience like for you?
Yeah. Never about the money for me.
Right.
I'm sure I could have went in the portal and chased money around, but I'm a Michigan State Spartan. I wanted to be here and stuff, but obviously a couple extra bucks in your pocket is nice, but if you're not committed to where you are, there's no reason to ever chase money or anything like that.
Right. And were you drafted by the time you got here, or when did you get drafted?
So I got drafted right after we won Worlds, which would have been the summer right before I came in as a freshman here.
And does that mean you would have got drafted by the Red Wings?
Yep. Yes, I did.
And tell me, because that's sort of a normal thing, right? Like baseball, you can get drafted and then not go with the team, but they still hold your rights, right?
Yep.
Unlike basketball or football, how do you think that works with relation to hockey?
I think it's great. I think especially it allows guys to kind of go play professional when they're ready to, because there's very few that are ready to go once they turn 18, which is when you get drafted, and then you can go play professional if you want to. But I think there's been maybe less than 10 guys to do that since I've gotten drafted 3 years ago now. So it really allows guys to go play a year of juniors or go play a year or two of college, get stronger, get better, and then allow to have a successful career playing pro.
And do the Red Wings, do they follow you? Do they keep in contact with you while you're playing at Michigan State? And are they a resource for you to advise you on anything?
For sure. Yeah, they were always there for me if I needed anything. They'd keep in touch. They'd come to I bet most games just because it's so close too. Probably worked out pretty well with that.
Oh, really? The
Yeah.
Red Wings would come and watch you play?
Yeah.
And did you ever, if you wanted to, could you call and say, hey, I need a couple tickets to one of your games?
Yeah.
Were they generous with the?
Yeah. No, they actually helped my parents out a couple times with that because I live like 40 minutes from Detroit when I'm home.
They might want to go to the Red Wings game.
So they would go down a couple times a year and try and get some tickets.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, they're always very helpful and supportive and stuff. And obviously looking forward to hopefully playing for them in the future.
Tell me what some of your big moments at Michigan State would have been.
I mean, just so many. Like all the 2 Big Ten tournaments at home, like winning in front of the fans is awesome.
And who did you beat? Did you beat Ohio State one year?
Ohio State and then Michigan one year.
Yeah, I think I was at those games.
Yeah. Both great and both in overtime. So super, super cool. And then really just like any home game we had throughout my entire 3 years, like it'd be packed, it'd be loud. You really can't ask for anything
Big
more
games.
than that.
They were all big, right?
Yeah, every game in college is big. That's kind of one of the benefits of playing college hockey. You don't play as many games, so they matter that much more.
And tell me what some of the lowlights would have been on the rink.
Oh, getting scored on by red in practice? No, like losing in the national tournaments is always bad. Just hard to like see your season kind of go down like that. Very tough. And then
because of the finality, or because
like you just get so close to your teammates throughout the year.
And did you have a chance to win some of those games and end up losing? I mean, I'm not to bring up a sore subject, but it seems to me like we might have had a lead in one or two of those games, some of the games, and kind of
for sure
let it slip away.
Definitely, this past year it was a very tough loss. We were winning most of the game, and then we lost in overtime.
What team was that?
To Wisconsin.
Oh, and you had beaten Wisconsin throughout the year, right?
Yeah, we beat them twice in the second half of the year.
And they came back. Their back was against the wall, and somehow they figured out a way to dig it.
Yeah.
No. Wisconsin's a good team, though, right?
Yeah, they were really good. They actually lost in the finals to Denver.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they were really good.
And so, what happens in the locker room on something like that, especially if you know maybe this might have been your last game?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It wasn't good at all. Like, just kind of like it's really this is the last time I'll ever be able to put on the jersey and go out there with some of the best friends.
Because you're not planning on it being your last game, right? You were, and especially throughout the game, you probably figured, you were in good shape.
No, for sure. Like talking about it now with like some of the guys that I'm working out with, it stings. Like it's hard to kind of deal with that and accept that, just because like we felt like the game was almost over, and obviously it wasn't. So. It's tough, and then obviously the seniors, it's all their last games for sure, and then some of the younger guys that may go sign pro and be done with college as well. It's just a lot of uncertainty because you really don't know what guys are going to do or what's going to happen with the team the next year, so it's definitely tough.
Did you know it was your last game?
Yeah, I had a feeling. I didn't have anything set in stone before, but I talked with Adam and the coaching staff, and I kind of knew it'd be my last game. Yeah.
And tell me what that conversation is like.
There honestly wasn't much of a conversation. Obviously, I thank them for everything they've done for me, and they thanked me as well for my commitment and stuff to the program. And it was another tough conversation. It's not one you want to have.
Well, the Red Wings are like saying, "Hey, you ready?" or
yeah, they gave me the option to sign pro after my sophomore year as well, but I decided to come back and give it one more chance to win the national championship. And obviously after that year, it was kind of like mutual understanding from all parties that I'd sign and go play pro.
So you sign a contract with the Red Wings right away? I mean, did you know what the terms would be and how much you would get paid and what that was going to look like? Or do you actually finish your last game and then you got to sit down and negotiate the terms?
Yeah, so I told like my agents and family and stuff, like I didn't want to deal with any of that while I was playing for Michigan
Right.
State. I just wanted to be focused on what I was doing, and obviously just playing for Adam and stuff. And then after we were done, I took a day or two, let it settle in, and then got on the phone, called my agents, and had some calls with the Wings and stuff. And then my agents really handled like all of the specific contract stuff, and then helped me out with that.
And so they negotiate a contract and say, okay, this is it. This is what we're going to pay you,
Yep.
and not only do you agree to it, but you start playing.
Yeah. No. I joined them, I want to say 2 weeks after our season had ended, and then I was with them for almost 2 months until we lost in the playoffs.
Are you back starting, or are you just a backup, or?
Yeah, I was just mostly a backup there. I played one game, and then got to play like half of another game, and then I was just kind of like with the team practicing and stuff, and then just kind of getting used to it and being ready to go for next year.
And you were in considered a minor league, right?
Yep.
And tell me how that was. Like the practices and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was definitely like a level up from college for sure. My first couple weeks there, and then kind of just start to get used to it and get into the rhythm of how fast it is and how things are going.
And there was another player that left Michigan State, Martone,
Yep.
and he went to the Flyers.
Yep. Flyers right away. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was having a sort of an exciting. I mean, we were all watching him, right?
Yeah. No, he was great for them. Honestly, like he looked like he fit in just fine the entire time he was there.
And was it that obvious when he was here that he could play at that level and sort of dominate?
Yeah. Like I think everyone knew that he'd be a player. I don't think many people expected him to kind of pop off how he did when he first got there. But like he was awesome for them, and obviously like all of my teammates and staff and everyone here, like I love watching him play. Like he looked great out there, and I'm super excited for him.
That's great. So tell me what the plan is for you in relation to, where do you go from here as far as getting on the ice down in Detroit?
Yeah, so like this summer I'll probably start skating again in a few weeks here, get back into it, and then I think training camp starts early to mid-September, and then that's basically where they decide on like the final roster for the Wings and who's going to go to Grand Rapids, the AHL team where I was and stuff. So I'm just going to do everything I can to be in a good spot heading into that, and then just kind of see how things play out from there.
What are the other goalies for the Red Wings right now? Do you know who they are?
Honestly, I don't know too much. They can start making like signing guys to extend their contracts or whatever in about a month here. So you don't really know until
how many
there.
goalies do they keep on the roster?
I think I think this year they went like 2 with the Wings, 2 with Grand Rapids, but
Okay.
Like with injuries and stuff, and
They rotate them around.
yeah, there's definitely movement there for sure. Guys can go up and down or whatever.
And you're here for the summer.
Yep.
And what else do you do besides hockey?
Play golf. Love playing golf.
And when did you start playing?
I started playing probably the same time I started playing hockey, probably when I was around like 8 to 9 years old.
Yeah, because you've got more than just a natural. I mean, it looks like you've played a little. We've obviously played together. I think we played last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not. A lot of hockey players have a natural swing and have an ability with the hands to create a lot of power, and it looks like you've been playing for a while.
Yeah. No, I think, especially living in Michigan, you got to take advantage of the summers and you got to get outside. So just going and play golf with whoever, it's just fun. It's just good to get outside and see the sun.
What do you think your handicap is right now? Because I think you told us it was about an 8 or a 9, or I don't remember, but you. You played a little bit better than that, I think.
No. I think it's still a 6.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
And how often do you beat Red?
Um, I think I'm like 1-3 against him this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he should be giving me strokes, but he doesn't.
No, that's for old men.
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me, we've talked a little bit about different subjects, but tell me what it meant to lose the coach on the team last year. How incredible, shocking that must have been for to show up and get that kind of news.
Yeah. It was terrible. Obviously, we were all like struggling through that and stuff, but you kind of like have to be there and like be there for your teammates and the family. Obviously, his wife and 2 kids, they've been around the rink since then, and just everyone's making sure that they're doing well because like we were all struggling, but like we can't imagine what they were going through with that. Just incredibly sad, and we just want to like be there for them and let them know.
Almost difficult to understand in any kind of way that it can be explained, really. And
For sure.
when I think about the guys I know, they always seem to be in such a good mood and happy, and obviously things are going well. And whether you see them at the rink or off the rink on the golf course, they always seem to be like. And I know Towns pretty well, and
Yeah.
I know, starting to get to know DeMichael, and always easy to get along with, and you just having to bear that kind of burden seems like it could really impact the team, but they seem to use it as motivation.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that was like one of their best friends, like
Right.
that would be like the clone to like one of my teammates, for them. So, yeah, it's incredibly sad, but like we just wanted to honor him with how we play and doing things the right way, like handling ourselves with class and respect, just doing things how he would want them to be done. And we felt like that was kind of the best way to show our appreciation for everything he's done for us as a whole.
Yeah, it was an amazing tribute. I watched Adam at his press conference, and it was just hard to
Yeah.
watch a young guy. One of the toughest funerals I've ever been to was my son's friend died, and it was just impossible to see young guys,
Yeah.
emotional like that. But somehow you got to figure out how to carry on his legacy, right?
For sure. Yeah. Just do everything we can to honor him and just be there for his family and then anyone who might need help,
What do you think of the state of Michigan State hockey going forward?
I think it's in a very good spot. I mean, I'm probably Adam's number 1 fan, so I believe in him and I believe in the guys that are still here, and I believe in the community and the fans. I think this is the best place to play in college hockey, and I think there's going to be some really good moments in the future.
And who will take over your spot? I mean, are there a few names that on the existing roster are coming in?
Yeah, there's actually, I think there'll be 3 new goalies next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't met any of them, but I've heard some really good things, so I'm excited to see and watch for sure.
Any from the portal or just freshmen?
Well, 1 freshman, 2 freshmen, sorry, and then 1 portal, I believe.
Okay, and will they be here this summer when you're around or not?
Yeah, I think the team starts like training again in the summer and right after the 4th, I want to say. So I think they'll be up here in a little under a month now. So I'll get to be able to spend some time with them and obviously be there for them if they need any help with getting used to it.
So tell me what that means when you say I'm here, skating. I have an apartment here. I mean, tell me what that means when you're going over to the Mun Ice Arena. Like, obviously, I get that you're using the gym and you're using the rink, but is it like organized?
Yeah.
Like, is it organized in any way or?
Yeah. So Will is like the trainer for like Michigan State hockey or whatever. He he has like a couple summer workout groups going. So there's probably, I want to say, like 2 groups of seven to 8 guys that are working out right now. I start at 8 in the morning and go in there, and he's training us. Like, he's basically the same thing he did when I played here.
Right.
You know, just kind of getting us ready to go and talking to us.
Training in the weight room.
Training in the weight room,
Right.
yeah. And then, just being there for us, getting us ready to go, get ready for training camps and stuff. And then I haven't started skating yet, but Brad Fast, who's one of the assistant coaches for Michigan State, he's been running some skates at, I want to say, like Suburban in East Lansing, or I don't know what the rink's called anymore,
Right.
because they took the ice out of Munn for now. But I think it's going.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going back in pretty soon. But
So Brad rents ice time for you guys?
I think so. Or, yeah, there's something going on.
Yeah, but I mean, and so if the ice was in at Munn, would you guys have organized skates?
Yeah, Fasty would be out there running it.
Okay, and
Like
how
put
many
us
people would
through
do
drills.
that?
I would guess probably about like 10 to 15 people. Like, it'd be not an entire like team practice.
But you'd
Essentially,
have
but
5 versus 5 or whatever it is
Yeah.
on the rink?
yeah, it'd be more so like running through like drills.
Oh, drills.
Not more like scrimmaging. Be more like
Not-
more drill focused, kind of getting better at specific areas.
You ever go and watch, go to the Breslin and watch their practices?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
I would love to. I would love to go see Izzo talking to him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We'll take you over there this summer. Well, that's great. And I assume that your parents are excited that you're sort of transitioning on to the Red Wings, and maybe not that you're living in Grand Rapids, but you've sort of, all that hard work has come to, fruition, right?
Yeah, for sure. And like I said earlier, they've done so much for me, just all the sacrifices and stuff. Obviously, just doing anything I can to pay it back.
Where do your sisters live?
And one, my younger one still lives at home with my parents. She was a freshman up here this year.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and then my oldest lives in Brighton, and then the second oldest lives in Novi.
So do they come to your games in Grand Rapids or not? Because if you only played one.
Yeah,
or
they came to the one that I played in Grand Rapids.
Okay, and did you know you were going to play in that game?
Yeah, they told me like the day before, so I was
Okay.
able to like talk to my parents and sisters and let them know that I'd be playing. So they were able to
Great.
make the 2.5 hour drive up.
And when does it start for the Red Wings?
I think the season starts in October probably, and training camp starts in mid-September.
Okay, so you got to be ready.
Yep, got to be ready to go.
And how long will you be here in East Lansing?
I'll be up here probably until then.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
So we'll definitely get around to golf. We'll get
Yeah.
a rematch.
yeah, that'd
We'll
be
get
great.
well, this has been great. Did you win the Hobie Baker?
No, but I won the top NCAA goalie, yeah, this
Oh.
year, yeah.
Well, tell me what that was like.
Obviously, super cool. I wasn't able to go to like the awards ceremony in Vegas because I was with Grand Rapids at the time, but definitely like a big honor being on a list with so many other great goalies and stuff. Definitely means a lot, but it's more than me with that award for sure. It takes the guys in front of me, my defensemen.
How many have you? Do you understand the history of Michigan State hockey? Not really.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Did they ever talk about the great goalies?
Ryan Miller, Jeff Lurg.
Yeah.
I think there's been quite a few.
Yeah. Do you know Ryan?
I've met him once or twice before.
He's a golfer.
Is he?
He's not very good. I've played with him a few times.
You don't have to be good to be a
No,
golfer.
he's
This is the best
actually
thing.
he's actually pretty decent.
Nice.
He's probably a high 70s shooter. I don't know what he is now, but when he was here, I played with him.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So you probably rank up there as some of the best of all time, right? At Michigan State history.
Yeah. it's definitely pretty cool to be even in that conversation.
Has
for
anybody
sure.
won that award at Michigan State?
I think Ryan won it
Ryan.
for sure, and I'm sure someone else might have as well.
And Ryan was in the Olympics too, right?
Yeah, 2010, I want to say.
Yeah, we lost that,
Yeah.
but he was for the gold, right?
Yep.
He won the silver.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this has been great. I appreciate you coming on, and I think I have your number, so we can get around it.
Awesome.
That'd be
Sounds
great.
good. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.